To beard or not to beard? That is the second question. The beard slips slowly in and out of fashion. In recent years, the beard has been very fashionable. And you might be thinking now, should I grow a beard? Should I stay clean shaven? Before you dive into growing that beard, I would ask you to consider these 4 factors before you make a decision. The first factor when considering to grow a beard is your current age. Any man at any age can grow a beard. However, you do need to consider your age when you are going to grow a beard. First of all, the man with a beard looks more mature. So if you're a younger man that wants to be taken more seriously and look more mature, a beard can be a viable option. A beard can look very distinguished on an older gentleman as well. However, you have to take into fact that the older gentleman may then look a little bit older. So some older men may opt to clean shave in order to bring back some of that youthfulness. So the takeaway from that factor really is, if you want to look younger, go clean shaven. If you want to look more mature and older, then have a beard. The second factor to consider before you grow a beard is your face structure. Now, those that have been blessed with, say, a superior face structure, like a chiseled jaw, can get away with not having a beard because they already have that facial structure. Now, if you're anything like me, I unfortunately inherited the tortoise head, which means my jawline generally isn't there. So one way that I can overcome this is by growing a beard to accentuate my jawline. For example, I have the outer side trimmed shorter and have the base of the beard grown just very slightly longer to accentuate or to try and develop some kind of jawline. Having a beard can also create a more symmetrical face. Now, our faces are not exactly symmetrical. If you brought a mirror and put it directly in the middle of your face, then you would notice that you look a little strange when you look on either side of the mirror because you're not completely symmetrical. Now, some people's faces are more symmetrical than others. So you might find that a beard may cover up some of those asymmetries and make your face look more attractive. So the takeaway from that factor is, if you want to bring a more symmetrical look to your face, or you want to develop more of a jawline, a beard is definitely the way to go. If you already have a good jawline and your face is already fairly symmetrical, you can get away with not having a beard. And lastly is, what is the impression that you want to make? For example, studies show that a man with a beard is commonly associated with more aggressiveness, more masculinity, compared to the man who is clean shaven, is seen more generally as more trustworthy and more approachable. So consider the kind of vibe that you want to portray. So if you're going for a job interview that deals with managing a department or managing people, you may opt to be clean shaven in order to portray a vibe of trustworthiness and reliability and approachableness of your team. However, if you're going into a situation where you want to portray some form of capability, masculinity, even a sense of dominance in the hierarchy, then a beard can be the way to go. Now lastly, and one of the most important factors when considering to grow a beard is, are you willing to look after it? The daily habit of the clean-shaven man is always the same. You wake up in the morning, you shave the face, it's gone, you get on with your day. When you have a beard, the temptation to not groom the beard from day to day, simply because it's always there, it's always a beard, is very tempting. However, consider that at least every second or third day, you will have to trim, you will still have to clean shave the edges in order to make it look tidy. If you're going to grow a beard and have it scraggly, overgrown, patchy in places, and not shaped to your face or aesthetically, you might as well just be clean shaven and not bother. So those are the things that I would definitely consider before growing your beard. How old are you? And how old do you want to look? Do you want to look younger? Do you want to look more mature? Your current face structure. Are you like me and your jawline is to be desired? Perhaps having a beard can help compensate for that. If you were born as a face supermodel, you've already got the chiseled jaw, you can opt to go with a beard, without. In fact, you will probably look better without, so you can show those defining features. Of course, consider the impression that you want to make. Do you want to look trustworthy and approachable? Or do you want to look masculine, a little bit rugged, and capable? And lastly, consider, are you going to look after your beard once it's grown? Because it's better to be clean shaven than it is to have a completely untidy beard. It's better to have no beard at all. In fact, the image that it gives is, I'm unkept, I don't care, I'm lazy, I'm not mature enough to look after my beard. So consider those factors, guys, before you grow your beard. I am a big fan of being clean shaven. I'm a big fan of the beard, depending on the situation, of course. So whatever you decide to do, of course, is completely up to you, and more power to you. Until next time, guys, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.